Okay guys, this is for those of you who either need a little bit more help with nouns and verbs, or you maybe missed out yesterday because of access testing. So first of all, let's just do a quick review of nouns and verbs for you. First thing, we have our nouns. So we know nouns are person, places, things, or ideas, okay? Person, place, things, or ideas are our nouns. The first thing we're going to talk about is common versus proper nouns. So common nouns are our everyday nouns. There are nouns without names. And our proper nouns are our nouns with names. So you can have a teacher, which would be a common noun, or you could have Miss Woodson, which would be a proper noun because you then assign the teacher a name. Some other examples include dog. So the dog is common. It's an everyday noun. It doesn't have a name. It could be any dog in this whole world. But if you say Sparky the dog, then you know that that dog has a name and it belongs to someone. The next one says boy. It could be any boy in our classroom. It could be any boy at Glencliff. It could be any boy in this whole world. It's a common noun, an everyday noun. Or you could say Mr. Billieu. Mr. Billieu is a proper noun because you just assigned a boy a name. Next, we're going to look at plural versus singular. Singular nouns mean that you only have one noun, one. Plural nouns mean that you have more than one, so 2, 3, 4, a million. In order to make most singular nouns plural, you're going to add an S. Sometimes we add ES, and sometimes we have to change the complete ending and add IES. Today we're just going to look at adding S. So, singular would be girl. The plural, if you added an S, would be girls. Apple is singular, one apple. But if you want to make it plural, you add an S, and now you have apples. Pencil, one pencil. If you add an S, we have pencils. Now we're going to look very quickly at possessives, and then we're going to move on to verbs. So, possessive nouns. When you have a singular possessive noun, we need to hook on the S with an apostrophe. Hook on an S with an apostrophe when you have a singular possessive noun. Possessive means that you own something. Something belongs to you. So here we have the singular noun Charlie. Charlie is one boy, and he owns his mom. His mom belongs to Charlie. So that changes into Charlie's mom. Charlie's mom. Because Charlie was singular, we had to attach or hook on the S using an apostrophe. On the opposite side of that, we have our plural possessive. So here you have the word boys, and the jackets belong to the boys. Boys already has an S at the end because it's plural. So there are more than one boys and more than one jacket. When you already have an S and your noun is already plural, all you have to do is attach the apostrophe to the end of the noun. When you already have an S at the end of your noun, all you have to do is attach the apostrophe to the end of your noun. Boys' jackets. Now we're going to talk about verbs. And remember, guys, this should all be review. Hopefully. So the first thing we're going to talk about is verb tenses. Verb tenses are for our action words and our words that show connections. So this includes all of our action words and also our to be verbs, excuse me. So first we have past tense. Past tense. In order to make a regular past tense verb, you must add ed to the end of the word. There are also some indicator words that help you know what tense you're in, like yesterday, last week, last month, last year. Yesterday, I walked home. Yesterday tells me that my verb tense is in the past. It happened yesterday, not today, yesterday. So I have to make my verb into the past tense. And how do I do that? By adding ed. Next we have present tense. Present tense verbs, we have an s or ing at the end of them. S or ing comes at the end of present tense verbs. Our indicator words for present tense are today, now, right now. I am going to the store today. Today tells me that it's happening in the present. And going with the ing ending tells me that it's also happening in the present. It is happening. I am going. Now we have our future tense. And we know that in the future tense, the word will is always going to come right before our action word. Our indicator words for future are tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, and later. Next week, I will go home. Next week tells me that this is happening in the future. And will is an indicator word that tells me what tense I'm in. Now we're going to look at the difference between helping and linking verbs. We've already talked about and said that action words are your typical verbs. Laughing, ha ha ha, or bouncing up and down. These are things that you can show me. So we know that those are actions. But our helping and our linking verbs are words that you can't show me. For example, show me am. You couldn't do it. Show me is. Show me was. Those are our to be verbs. With a helping verb, you have a to be verb like am, is, was, are, and were right in front of an action verb. For example, he was dancing. Was is a to be verb. You cannot show me was. Dancing is an action verb. You can show me dancing. The to be verb comes right before the action verb. This pair of verbs makes it a helping verb. This verb is helping this verb. Then you have your linking verbs. Linking verbs connect a noun to an adjective. Linking verbs connect a noun to an adjective. This is your linking verb. Is. Your linking verb is always going to be a to be verb. So either am, is, are, was, or were. He is rude. The adjective rude describes he. Is connects or links these two parts of speech together.